607 Alma. Remember what we talked about on the phone?
Yeah.
I know where you live. By the way, I'm just giving you crap, but that's why we talk, you know, in case that's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
Do you know Dan Gilman?
No, I'm not familiar with him. What's up?
Can't see anything. He asked me to give you his card, so I'll do that here in a minute, but he wanted the red up.
Yeah, go up and join the class. We'll talk.
Okay, thanks. Yes, for the Beretta?
Yeah.
It's loaded. Obviously, all guns are loaded. It's got too many safes on it.
Okay, it's got a decocker on it. All right.
Semi-auto.
Yeah.
Semi-auto double action, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the one thing that's going to change on this is your first shot. We're not really changing what we talked about with the single action or with the you know, coming from single action. We're trying to set the double up as a single. So I'm fast to there.
Okay.
And then I increase. So I could have went farther there.
Right.
And I increase. Fast to there, then fast to there, verify my sights, clean it up.
Okay.
Fast to there, verify my sights, clean it up. Shot 2, reset, and it's just going to be from the wall. Okay, but the first one you don't have a wall. So fast to there. Like I don't aim and try to work this, you know what I mean?
Right.
No, I just go fast, then I do my sights, and then I finish the trigger press. Okay? All right?
What about the Sig Sauer? What do you think the problem is with that?
No, I'm not a.
Okay.
I'm a trigger puller. I'm not a freaking gunsmith. I literally don't know, man. I don't.
You got 13 rounds. You only drop some.
Nope. Just put that in your pocket. You don't need any ammo in there yet.
Okay.
Yep. Well, you need the gun.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Aim at the target.
No ammo.
Right. Yep. You don't need any. Just aim in. Okay. This is recoil.
Oh, yeah, that's like 45 or something.
Well, it's one finger. Okay. Like one finger shouldn't cause your body to rock back. So, all I want you to do is square your hips to the target.
Like that?
Yep. But I want you to drop that foot back. The right foot back. There you go.
Sorry, I got this leg thing going on. Okay, so
that's fine. It's just I just want you to keep your hips square. I want you to put the weight on the balls. No, your feet can be there.
Like that?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like our hips turn like this.
Oh,
like,
swivel.
Yeah,
hips.
isn't that amazing? Like it's amazing what they'll do. There you go. Like that. Now put the weight on the balls of your feet. All your weight forward. There you go.
Okay.
There. Now we're not going to push you around, are we?
That reminds me of Taekwondo.
Could be a
little bit.
Because you know what's funny about that is in Taekwondo you're fighting. You know what you're doing with a gun? You're fighting.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the same damn thing, and we just get a little distance here. Okay?
Well, I like the distance better than hand to hand a little bit.
All right, so you guys got good stances now. Very good stances. All right. And just remember, no matter where your feet land, put the weight on the balls of your feet. You know what I mean? That's the most important principle, okay? The second thing I want to talk about is grip. So, when I go to my gun, I don't get a master grip with my thumb behind the gun, okay? When I go to my gun, my thumb's pretty much flat. It just catches a piece of it, and it comes out, and I'm already as high as I can possibly be, and this thumb never goes down. My master grip on this side looks about like that. Okay? The reason it does that is because where this thumb lands dictates where this hand goes. I only have two choices if my thumb's down here: to hold the gun below my thumb or hold over my thumb. If I hold below the thumb, I have very little control over recoil. If I hold over my thumb, now I have a big gap through the hole, a big gap in my grip. Again, I don't have a good grip on the gun. My thumb's up here, my hand is now against the grip. Okay? This hand is front to back. This hand is side to side. This hand's, I don't know. This is the hand I focus on in my grip. I grip the gun however hard I want to grip it is with this hand. I over grip the gun with the left hand, and I under grip the gun with the right hand. Okay? Because the right hand's a platform to pull the trigger. Harder I grip it, the more jagged that trigger press is, the lighter it is, the smoother that trigger press is. The other thing that's real important is this hand here, my thumb rolls down. And that's very uncomfortable. Okay, that's not comfortable, but my thumb is in line with my forearm. When it comes in, when my fingers touch, and I get this, I get on my gun like that. When I open my hand points to the ground. Okay? When I get on my gun, I open my hand, points to the ground. I can get the same grip and my hand points forward, but it's not the same grip. It doesn't have the same recoil management as when my hand points down. That's not going to be instinctive for most of you if you don't use that grip today. What I'm saying is you got to build this. You got to build this memory into this hand to crank it down. But the recoil management's very good. Okay?
Some people advocate and other people vehemently don't advocate wrapping your index finger around the front of the
Yeah,
trigger guard.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Finger to finger, because here's the problem with your index finger going to the front of the trigger guard is my grip is established because of proprioception, just like my magazine's established by proprioception. In other words, without thinking about it, the knuckle on this hand touches the knuckle on this hand. You know what I mean? That's what establishes the grip. So I don't have to think about it because I used to go to the trigger guard, and I'm telling you, I shot a long time like that. But Jedlinski's the guy that said, do you like your grip every time? I'm like, no. But when I'm going fast, my grip's 50%. 50% perfect, 25% okay, and 25% sucks. And he said it's because you're indexing on the trigger guard, and my brain doesn't know where the trigger guard is, but my brain knows where my finger is. You know what I mean? And that tiny little tweak probably gave me a 90% grip under, speed. And I'm talking about drawing, firing, like trying to beat a second, But I get a repetitive grip by touching that. So no, we don't know what this is in our brain. You know what I mean? And then the other problem is, if I squeeze really hard, the gun comes left, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And I don't want the gun to come left. Okay? Any questions? And your grips are all going to be a hair different, mine. I grip the gun as high as I can grip it. Okay? I'm up here on the slide like that. And I'm pushing on the slide. Okay? My son has bigger hands than me. He runs the gun almost on top of the slide. He just has enough room to see his sight. Okay? But his recoil management is insane. You know what I mean? Because he has all this pressure down on the gun, He's a world-class shooter. I'm not talking good. He's fucking world-class. So, he's doing something right. Yeah.
How do you put your thumb so you know that the slide isn't going to come back and hit it?
With your gun, I always ride the safety.
Okay.
Yeah, that gun dictates, because the safety's just like your trigger finger. When your finger's off the trigger, your safety's on. So your thumb should ride it in case I have to shoot really fast. My finger goes on the trigger, the safety comes off about the same time, and then I shoot. So your gun has an index point. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the same as when I draw? That's where my thumb goes?
Yes. Yeah. It always goes. Your thumb should always be on that frame-mounted safety. Yeah. Because that's you have to manipulate that thing. You have a different type of safety, so it's not the same as what we're talking about at the beginning.
Yeah, it's got too many safeties.
But the way I know I'm not going to block the slide is I'm pushing on the side of the slide. You know what I mean? My thumb's, in other words, I still have contact all the way here, and I'm pushing on the slide. With my thumb, if I go there, you see I don't have contact there. So that's where I go when I reholster. That's my trigger point. Hey, I'm done shooting. I'm going to reholster. I break my grip and I go to there. Okay? The most dangerous thing you do on a range is gun back in the holster. More people shoot themselves reholstering their gun than anything else on a range. The second most dangerous thing you do is draw your gun out of your holster. Okay? Those are the two most dangerous manipulations on a range. All right? Statistically speaking. All right? Good? All right, you guys have, I don't know where we're at with our ammo. You guys have another mag? Yeah, okay, let's go load. And this time, you can load your mags. You don't have to worry about 6 or anything like that. Just load them up.
Good.
What's that?
All points out of that SIG,
Huh?
and it just ate right through them. It was solid.
So it worked good on the new ammo?
Well, yeah, we ran some good hollow points. It was kicking them out plenty. So I just think between the frangible and the ammo that you're using, it's underpowered ammo for both those two.
I've had that happen with 22 long rifle. You could actually see the bullet from here to there just go boop on the ground. It's like, what the hell do we buy that for?
So,
Okay, so you guys have the SIG, right?
We've got Glocks.
What's that?
Glocks. You can take it out. We're Glocks.
Huh?
Glock.
SIG, my SIG.
Yeah, your SIG. What about it?
Where is it?
Oh, you took it back, didn't you?
No, he was shooting it.
Yeah, Juan was shooting it.
He was shooting
Where'd you
it
put
when
it?
I went
Say
back
it.
to get the
It's
Beretta.
next to his ammo. Next
put
to
it back
your,
up there?
magazines.
Okay.
On the,
So was there any difference in the ammo? That's what he was
Yeah.
saying.
yeah.
So
You just
shitty
need to-
Winchester.
Yeah, you need some higher powered ammo.
But
Okay.
it's not even the power of your Winchester, it's the fact that some of them are underpowered.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want you to shoot it, Dave, because I'm shooting, I'm getting good recoil, and then I just smoke pours out of the gun and it barely moves the
Yeah,
slide.
I'm kicking brass, and then one just falls next to my hand.
Well, how many times did it jam on you guys? You all saw it jam on me like 3 times or whatever.
Yeah.
That's lack of power, right? Technically.
Well, so there's two things that they could be right there. One is the lack of power in it, and two, you need to put force against the gun. So the
Okay.
gun has a prescribed amount of distance that it has to travel for that spring to work. And if you're taking that away from it by
That
letting
takes away from kicking it
it
out.
takes away from kicking it out. So you need to push forward. Like you have to, you want to give it all you
So
got.
kind of like a good shoulder punch
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just forward, just hold it. Because what's happening is, you see your gun? This gun has to come back, like
Right.
so.
Right.
If it's coming back, and I come back with it, I'm taking away its momentum. See what I'm doing?
Right.
You need it, this needs to be solid. It's what we call limp wristing. So it needs to be solid for this thing to fly back as hard as it needs to go to do what it needs to do. It's got a prescribed distance and speed that slide has to travel
And
in order
up to it.
to one, eject a round, and two, take a new one in. So the moment this thing comes flying back, if I shot this and then as it came back, I kind of let my whole shoulder come back, it's not, I'm taking away its momentum.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand what you're saying.
So go get some, you load it up.
Ready to go. I think I got another clip here. I haven't shot this one in a while. So don't laugh at me if I miss.
I won't. We're not. Make sure, you load it up with your ammo.
What's that?
Just make sure you load it up with your ammo.
I've got this one, another one in there.
Okay, then you
I don't
can
want
go.
to confuse the SIGs with this one.
Oh yeah.
That I don't think would work very well, would it?
No, they got the zippers.
Oh, they do now? Okay.
So watch down.
Yeah. Well, that's the way my new combat pants are. But I love these pants, but I hate button flies. Like with a gun on and a belt, I can't button this one without undoing all my belt and starting over again.
You can order one of the two, one with buttons
Huh.
and one which is a
Awesome. That's good stuff. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when I go to order some more,
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you. But no, I can't.
Yeah. No, these are awesome pants. They're dumb expensive. They're awesome pants.
I got them when they had that 40% off plus my 15% off. And these are getting beat up pretty good.
Mine are holding up real well.
No, I mean like I'm beating the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Where do you get shoes like that?
Victos.
What's that?
Victos. We push Victos real hard.
They make some good stuff. You're gonna pay for it, but it's
Yeah, it ain't cheap, but all high end tactical stuff ain't cheap. I don't think their shoes are that out of line. I think their pants are high and their shirts are high, but their shoes are the price of good shoes are good shoes.
their jackets are crazy.
Oh yeah, they are.
But
But they are nice.
I bought a couple of those safari shirts.
All right, so I mean, this class doesn't, the basics of shooting are not wildly exciting, and it takes some time to do. and it seems like we've covered a lot of ground here, and we really haven't. We've talked about side alignment, side picture, trigger press, and follow through. We've demonstrated it. We talked about stance and grip, okay? And that's all we're gonna do is just for a couple of magazines now on your own, you're gonna move over to the right 1 dot. I just want you to have a good stance, a good grip, you know? I want you to do the side alignment, side picture, trigger press, and follow through, and just work on the technique and do it slow. Like I shoot, when I shoot precision, I shoot slow, very slow, because I'm going through, what you're actually doing is laying proteins on your neural pathways that are actually giving you these repetitive skills. So I want to lay perfect protein pathways, you know what I mean? So when I reset my trigger exceedingly slow, you know what I mean? I side alignment, sight picture, gun goes bang, I drive the sight back on, and then I reset the trigger. You know what I mean? And then I verify my sights and start, like I build my foundations slow so that while I'm laying, because every time you do something, my buddy Dan, the best thing I ever got from him, well, I got a lot of good things from him, but the best one is everything is a rehearsal for something. And all I'm doing here today, or all we're doing right here, right now, is just rehearsing, firing a perfect shot. You know what I mean? With no time limits. So take your time. And I'm looking for shot groups in these white squares. You know, at this distance. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? Take your time, work on it. Walk around. Line's hot. Eyes and ears. Everybody got eyes and ears? Eyes and ears. Line's hot. Load them up. Make them ready. Work on those skills. Stance, grip, side alignment, side picture, trigger press, run the wall, all of these. That back on. Reset that trigger. I know the skill is here for now. Bring it up. Now, get way higher up. Okay? The squeeze. Okay? Lots of squeeze. Relax. Your thumb hit. Higher you get with that. Okay? There you go.
Try and stay online. Did you need another mag or something?
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Tap your magazine.
You want me to shoot
Tap,
again?
no, tap your magazine.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm just
Get it.
getting you
Now,
another
Thanks,
mag
Mark.
for when you're ready.
There you go.
I was low and left, wasn't I? Bunch.
Okay, anytime, because remember, I told you, the most common failure to fire on my range is failure to seat the magazine, so I always tap the magazine. All right, let's not go now, just cover that, go ahead. Find that wall while you're aiming. You should be at your finger.